Escorted into the ring by the chairman of the Kennel Club, Mr. Tony Alcock, OBE. It is a privilege and a delight to welcome in our Best in Show judge, Crufts 2020, Mrs. Anne MacDonald. It has been a fabulous 4 days here at the world's greatest dog show, where every dog has its day. Judged here on Thursday evening, the winner of the utility group, the miniature Poodle. Judged also on Thursday night, the winner of the toy group, the Bichon Frise. A wonderful day on Friday, the winner of the Gundog group, the Irish Setter. Super Saturday, the winner of the working group, the Bullmastiff. Also judged here on Super Saturday last night, the winner of the Pastoral group, the Old English Sheepdog. Two groups tonight, as we have seen. The winner of the Terrier group, the Kerry Blue. And to make the lineup complete, the winner of the Hound group, the wire-haired Dachshund. It's a very long way round. Yes, you can give them a round of applause.
So here we are in the main arena for the finale of this wonderful 4 days of dog show judging, Crufts Best in Show 2020.
Delighted to welcome.
And Anne MacDonald, second generation breeder, her mother bred corgis. She herself has been famous for Saluki and has won the Hound group at Crufts on more than one occasion.
I think she's privileged with a really super lineup this year, don't you think?
Yes, it's tough competition, as it should be after 4 days and 21,000 dogs competing.
Our working and pastoral group winners, Old English Sheepdog in the peak of condition, and then tonight, of course, the Kerry Blue coming through from the Terrier group and the little wire-haired Dachshund from the Hound group.
In the most perfect coat and condition.
So look at that perfect picture on the table. This was the utility group winner from the first evening of Crufts 2020, champion Minarets, best kept secret, Frankie, 4 years old, one of the top show dogs in the UK, Frank.
And he has been reserved best in show at Crufts in 2017.
Of course, so much of what we see of poodles is coat and coat preparation and presentation in the ring. But of course, the dog underneath that coat is terribly important. And that's what Anne's
and the
feeling
judge going
for.
over its conformation, its anatomy, good shoulders, good rib cage, all important. It's not just a hairdressing competition.
And we're looking for typical poodly action here, aren't we? They really go like little pocket rockets.
Always putting on a good show, yes. Finely chiselled head. Look at that long neck and short back. Wonderful elegance in them.
Melanie Harwood handling, of course, always so brilliantly.
Total breed entry of 2,862 in the utility group.
That's our utility group winner, the miniature poodle, Frankie.
Thursday night.
And another experienced winner, the Bichon Frise, Pablo, big group winner and a Best in Show winner in the past, and here he is with Michael Code handling, and he's won a Best in Show at Crufts, handling the Torum Scarf Michael, the Kerry Blue.
And the Bichon Frise, that's just a perfect little confection of a dog, isn't it?
Beautiful, silky curls to its coat, dark pigmentation, a real eye pleaser. Irresistible expression.
Great characters, these little dogs.
And look at that smart movement. Step out in style. Look at that.
Of course, at this level, this is just the minute or two that each one of these group winners has to say, pick me.
I'm the one, yes. That bit of presence which lifts it above the others.
Super performance there, but then, of course, in such good hands. The Bichon Frise from the toy group.
4,481 in the Gundog group.
Balanced outline of the Irish setter. This is Gundog Coconut Cream, Elsie, 6 years old, sent through from the Gundog group.
Lovely, racy, elegant outline. There's flowing lines through the neck and shoulder along the back. This lovely curve to the back leg, giving it propulsive power. And beautiful chiselling in the head, one of the key features of the head of the breed.
Racier lines than the other setters, elegant, but soundness and looking there for muscle in the back legs. These dogs, of course, need to be in the peak of condition to get anywhere near this kind of achievement at Crufts.
That gleaming coat, and of course they're great show dogs. They step out with style, lashing the tail, long reaching strides, and very much at home in this big ring. Look at the lashing tail, showing her happiness and confidence.
I think she's actually going even better than she did in the group. She seems to have settled into herself a little bit more. Beautiful performance. The winner of the Gundog group, the Irish setter, Elsie.
And now we went to Saturday. What a day yesterday was. International Day.
And here is the winner of the working group, the Bullmastiff, topping the group under Christopher Harbig, a specialist from Germany. Lots of substance, good bone and feet, and a beautiful head and expression. That lovely, powerful hindquarters which they needed. They were gamekeeper's dog to ward off poachers. Strong strength in the muzzle and a broad skull.
And you can see in comparison to the size of the handler's hand just how powerful that head is. So characteristic of these Mastiff breeds.
Yesterday, an entry of 115.
This travel from Belgium to win.
Drago, 3 years old, so unexaggerated and balanced on the move for such a big, heavy, powerful dog.
And again, that lovely level top line, the tail carried just off the back. Of course, at this stage, they're all pretty perfect examples of their breed. It's the performance on the night and the movement and the style which will take the top spot.
He'd certainly win the competition for the most drool. This is an Old English sheepdog and named Zokny, 3 years old, came through from the Pastoral group. And they've come from Hungary to compete at Crufts and done absolutely brilliant, topping the group.
And this one wins the prize for the most coat and the most grooming required, yes. But under that coat, the judge now feeling its big ribs, has to have big barrel ribs, a slight rise over the hindquarters, and you see that crisp coat to accentuate that. Blue and white, a long neck, and a very strong head and strong muzzle.
And of course, under all those clothes, there's a sheepdog. There's a dog that would work the hills, work the flocks.
Developed in the West Country to herd sheep and cattle, actually.
And
that big barrel rib gives it a slight rolling movement on the move.
Big round of applause from the crowd for this lovely Old English sheepdog.
You see the rise in the top line is maintained when it moves.
And of course they have a tail now. They used to be called bobtails because they were docked, but not anymore.
No longer.
And now, as we've seen this evening, first of our two group winners this evening. Terrier group.
Earlier tonight, we saw the Kerry Blue win the Terrier group under Tom Johnson from Scotland. This Indian princess at Perry's Blue, relatively new to the show scene. She's only been to 3 shows. She's won the championship at all of them and is now a champion. And then winning the Terrier group at Crufts. That's a remarkable start to her career.
And isn't that just, look at the personification of terrier temperament. She's not taking her eyes off that little toy in her handler's hand. Beautiful, intelligent expression.
And of course, one of the key features, the coat quality in the breed. Silky blue coat. And a long, punishing head. Fairly short in the back, and that tail carried perfectly.
Such smart show dogs.
Never tire of showing.
And she's certainly not lost any energy for having come hot foot from the Terrier group earlier. That's Pixie, the winner of the Terrier group from earlier on this evening.
Finally, up onto the table we go.
And here's the last of our group winners, the beautiful wire-haired Dachshund in such beautiful bloom. Champion Sylvain trademark, Maisie, 2.5 years old.
And you can see the wonderful pin wire texture to that coat. Absolutely perfect. A little bit of moustache and eyebrows which come and give them great character. The judge going over the shoulders to see their angulation, which gives them good front movement. And then the rib cage. Very important that the ribs are carried well back for heart and lung room.
Yes, the length of the dog is in the rib cage, and you don't want, you want balance. You don't want the back to be too long.
401.
A very successful kennel. They've had a lot of winners.
The winner of the Hound group.
Powering round the ring for such a tiny little dog in comparison to the others.
And look at the lovely level back line held on the move, and that long stride and getting the hocks well underneath it.
That's a super little Dachshund.
And put on an excellent show. Mark Kokoza's choice from the Hound group. Full of quality.
So that's the last of our finalists, Maisie.
It may not be the most glamorous dog in the final tonight, but it's not just about glamour, it's about the one which is closest to breed perfection.
Now we're going to get a chance to see them move again. This, of course, at this level is about performance.
Melanie, a very cool and collected handler, 3rd generation poodle breeder. Michael Code, another one. He's been in this group ring many times.
And both the miniature poodle and this Bichon Frise put in the ring in the most beautiful bloom.
Glamour galore in both of them. They've got the eye-catching appeal.
There goes our Irish setter, the Gundog group winner. Holding herself beautifully.
Sent forward by Per Iverson. He's a Gundog specialist from Norway. I've seen 3 Irish setters win Best in Show at Crufts. I wonder if this will be the 4th tonight. We'll see soon.
Our working group winner, the Bullmastiff.
Lovely Bullmastiff from the working group. Power personified. She describes Drago as an iron fist in a velvet glove, so he's obviously got a lovely temperament.
And the winner of the Pastoral group, the Old English Sheepdog.
And he's got a good stride.
Needs to be able to cover ground in all weathers.
And using his hocks well to drive him on. Powerful hindquarters.
The winner of the Terrier group, the Kerry Blue Terrier.
Kerry Blue. Those ratter's jaws on such a stylish body in this case.
And the final group winner.
Sylvain trademark, the wire-haired Dachshund. Marvellous top line.
What a picture that little Dachshund is.
Absolutely balanced, free from exaggeration. We don't want exaggeration in any breed. Balance is essential.
health and quality, as well as a beautiful performance, and put in the ring in absolute tip-top condition.
Well, I think this is going to be a close call. They're all put on excellent shows, full of quality. I wouldn't know where to go here without handling them. I wouldn't, and it's not often I say that.
Poor Anne.
And will be invited
Each
over.
one of the handlers carefully watching where the judges' eyes are going, make sure their group winner looks absolutely as good as it possibly can.
Picture of concentration. This is the time when you need to know which are the top 2 dogs that you would like.
There's a wise nod there. I think she's just making a final check that she's made her mind up.
And I think eventually we'll have the boards. Chairman of the Crufts Committee, Tom Mather, comes into the ring and brings her over to sign the diplomas.
So she's being led away to go and sign certificates. We're going to take a brief break now. The stage is set. Next, we're going to find out who our winners are.
Best in show of dogs she has seen.
How will those handlers be feeling at the moment?
She
Beating hearts, I think.
Well, I just think if they had a spare hand to chew their nails, they would be.
Thank you, and I'm sure that we can
Oh,
all
that's lovely.
say
Our
thank you
best in
to
show
the
judge
magnificent
applauding
seven
all of her group
Crufts
winners.
Best in
Such
Show
superb dogs sent through this evening.
A very nice touch from the
2020.
judge.
And so, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, Crufts Reserve Best in Show 2020 is the winner of the utility group.
It's the miniature poodle with Melanie Harwood. Frankie takes reserve best in show at Crufts for the second
For
time.
the second time, yes. So
2017 as a youngster and now as a beautiful,
Crufts
mature dog.
Best in
Who's
Show
best in show going to be?
2020 is the winner of...
Oh, she's torturing us. What a
It is a huge
delightfully
honour.
relaxed
Crufts,
performance
Best in
from our
Show.
best in show judge.
2020
well, the tension's mounting.
is the winner of the Hound Group.
It is. It's that beautiful little Wyhead Dachshund takes best in show at Crufts 2020.
That's a wonderful, wonderful win. Functional Hound.
You couldn't hope for a more beautiful example of a sound,
Best in Show
healthy
2020.
show dog.
The
Gorgeous.
Wyhead
What a
Absolutely,
win.
I said it's not all about glamour, it's about being correct for breed type, balance, structure, movement and soundness. And this in the most glorious condition. She's put on a great show, both in the group and for best in show. Well done to her.
Years broadcasting here at Crufts, and a very valued member of
And
the
how
club.
lovely. We have
Give each
Peter
a very round
Purvis
of
coming in
applause.
now to present the Best in Show trophy. A wave
Crufts
for all the
Best
crowds.
in Show 2020.
40
The
years
Wyhead
involved with the
Dachshund.
show. And he
Champion.
adores Dachshunds. He's got a whole tribe of them at home with
In
him.
fact, he's got standard
And
wires.
by
He's had
Kim
some
and Duncan
very
McCallum
from
from
good kennels,
Gloucestershire.
so that he'll be very pleased to see this one winning.
So I think they definitely need to check his pockets before he leaves the ring. He's-
Amazing.
Hello, gorgeous.
Crazy.
Claire Balding is with us here tonight to talk to Crufts Best in Show, Champion 2020.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how wonderful to see Peter Purvis presenting the Rosetta, the trophy. He's a big fan of the Dachshund, so too, so many of you. Maisie getting massive support. Kim, what a moment.
Wow. What else can I say? It is pretty stunning. It's the sort of thing you often dream of when you're preparing coats, but you never quite think you'll get there.
When did you attend your first show and indeed your first Crufts?
It was at Earl's Court a long time ago. Don't tell anybody, but it was a long time ago. I went with my husband as a student, and we went in the snow, and we sat and watched the Wyhead Dachshunds for the first time, and we fell in love.
Well, this is certainly a perfect example of the breed. And tell everyone here why Maisie is so special and also how many miles she must have covered on those little legs today.
She has walked and walked. We were up so early this morning and she's been very excited. But she did sleep on the bed last night, so maybe that'll make it up for it.
Is she allowed to sleep on the bed tonight as well?
She won't come off it now.
She knows this is her moment. And Anne, if I could grab a word with you, that was high drama as you weren't sure, and obviously such a good lineup.
I was just kidding you on, wasn't I? Oh, fabulous. Such a thrill to judge 7 fabulous dogs. It's a once-in-a-lifetime achievement to come and judge here anyway, and to have a lineup like that was spoilt for choice. But there had to be a winner, and there had to be a runner-up.
And what do you think set these 2 dogs apart?
Oh, just their closeness to the breed standard. Both of them typify what you're looking for, both in the wild dachshund and also the miniature poodle. They're 2 dogs that you would not wish to change anything, and so sound movers, perfect condition.
Well, I just want to have a quick word with Melanie, because for the second time, Melanie, Frankie has taken reserve best in show. He really is a star.
He is. He loves this kind of atmosphere, and he knew that this was kind of like best in show, and he just stepped up a whole other gear. I'm so proud of him.
He really is. He's sensational. And he's played second fiddle tonight to a very, very special little dachshund.
He has. It's a beautiful dachshund, and I'm so proud of him to be standing reserve to it. So, yeah, no tears tonight, so I'm happy.